Welcome to Waussie Wargamer. I'm Taryn, this is Ben, and this is Rob. Right now, it's time for an episode of Battleforged. So today's conflict is taking place on the planet Orbiana. Orbiana is a feral human inhabited world. It's located in a subsector which is currently the front line in a conflict engulfing what is known as the Spinewood Front. Now Orbiana has a massive defence platform orbiting the planet. It's ancient, the plasma generators are long forgotten about and out of use. Now an Ork warband has decided to come along and loot the guts out of this platform. However, as they've arrived, they've discovered they've been beaten to the mark, and the platform is currently being rebuilt by the Adeptus Mechanicus. So the Orks have decided to make planetfall on Orbiana itself, set up camp, and plan their next move. But little did they know, the Imperial Guard, or ASTRA Militarum, have also done the same thing, but for the sake of protecting the plasma platform from any planet-side strikes. So what we've got now is an unexpected conflict between an Ork warband and the defending ASTRA Militarum. We've already rolled on our psychic powers, turn order and deployment. So let's go take a look at the lists and our deployment, but don't forget to hit pause on the screens if you'd like a bit more time to look at. Let's do it. Okay, we're all deployed. Rob and Ben have opted not to roll for night fighting. Rob has got turn 1, so Ben will try and seize the initiative on a 6.
Oh,
that's not a 6. Charges.
5 plus 1, so 6.
And 5 for the Orks. This Primaris Psyker is going to try and cast Prescience on the heavy weapons team. Warp charge 2, trying with 4 dice. 4 successes. Rob, you going to try and dispel?
No, I'm not going to try and do that.
Alrighty, it goes off. The Primaris Psyker is now going to try and cast Foreboding on her own unit. Single warp charge. Success. Rob, you going to try and dispel?
Yep.
So you need
remaining 5 dice.
single 6. Fail. This junior commander here is going to issue an order Smite at Will onto the Las Cannon Heavy Weapon Team. Leadership test.
And they fail.
Yarrick is going to issue first rank, second rank from his Chimera over here onto the infantry squad. Leadership test.
Leadership 8.
There we go.
Sweet.
They now have first rank, second rank.
Onto this infantry squad as well.
Okay, Yarrick will also issue first rank, second rank onto this infantry squad. Leadership.
And it goes.
Success. Company commander will issue bring it down onto the Las Cannon Heavy Weapon Team.
Leadership 7.
That is a success. Las Cannon team are firing into the red truck at the front here. Hitting on 4s.
3 hits.
3 hits. Truck armor 10.
2s.
It's actually a cocked die.
Pretty well.
My cock-proof box. Oh. Alright, 2 penetrating hits. Okay, so we're going to try and ramshackle these 2 pens on a 6.
Nope.
Open topped, and the AP is... So we've got +2 to the result. So that's a stunned and a weapon destroyed. He only has the 1 weapon, so that is now gone, and he is immobilized. And he is down to 1 hull point. Yarrick's Chimera is going to shoot its multi-laser at full ballistic skill over into this wounded truck over here. Hitting on 4s.
1.
Glancing on 4s. Penetrating hit. Intervening cover save, 5+. Nope. Alrighty, can you ramshackle that? Bring that down to a glance on a 6.
Nope.
2 3. Open topped, so it can explode on the roll of a 6. No explode. That's a wrecked truck, and the guys have disembarked to here. Lemon Russ here is firing battle cannon to this great blob of greenskins here.
So that's going to clip the back of that truck and the front of this one. Truck, yep. And it's going to get 7.
Ballistic skill 3. It's a 5-inch scatter.
With this truck and 5 boys.
So we have a hit on the truck. So we're rolling 2 dice for ordnance. It's a 2 to glance. 2 dice, pick the highest. That's a pen. Now he's shooting through a wrecked vehicle, so he will get a 5+ cover save. You are also holding a scatterfield objective, so you got +1 to cover. So 4 up cover save.
Okay.
That is saved. So the hits on the 5 boys, wounding on 2s. All but 1. 4 cover saves for the boys. They are not holding the objective, so they're on a 5+ cover.
No.
All dead. This Lehman Russ has 1 heavy bolter in view of 2 of the boys. Snap firing, so hitting on 6s. That's a hit. Increase to wound. That is a wound. 5 up cover save. That's a dead boy. These guys here are going to fire 6 shots into this truck. They have prescience, hitting on 4s. Thank God for prescience. Look at that. Armor 10, strength 7. So glancing on 3s. Drops 3. Okay, he's got his 5 up cover save from being 25% obscured by the tree. So let's see, 2 5-ups. 1 goes through. Ramshackle that pen on a 6. Will it explode? Open topped on a 6. He's now down to 2 hull points, and he's shaken, so he is snap firing until the end of his next turn. 2 auto cannon shots from here into that same truck, hitting on 4s. 2 hits, glancing on 3s. That is not what you wanted to see. Auto cannon here, over into the truck ship, hitting on 4s. This engine seer is awakening the machine on this Punisher, on the Punisher's cannon. Punisher Gatling cannon firing over to the Gruck truck, 20 shots hitting on 4s. Strength 5,
Yes.
glancing on 5s. That's 2 penetrating hits and a glance. So glance, 5 up cover save. He's not within 3.
Yep.
Saved the glance. That's what you wanted for the pens. So 2 pens, 5 up cover save. One saved. 1 pen has gone through. Ramshackle that 1 pen on a 6, down to a glance. Still a pen. Open topped, on a 6 it'll explode. So these 2 heavy bolters firing into this truck here, hitting on 4s.
Yep, hitting on 4s.
It's a good roll. Hitting on 5s. 2 pen and a glance. Okay, ramshackling the 2 pens on 6s. On a 6 they'll explode. No explosions. Boys have hopped out to here, meaning this guy here has grabbed that objective. These veterans are going to shoot some snipers over into those boys, hitting on 3s. 2 misses. 2 las guns hitting on 3s. 1 hit, winning on 5s. Nothing. Leadership test on these boys in the middle. Leadership 7. That's a solid fail. So because Gruck is within 12 inches, they get to re-roll that failed morale.
Still failed.
Rolling on the mob rule table. That's a 2. Okay, so they are suffering D6, strength 4, AP nothing hits.
Yep.
That's 4, strength 4 hits. 4's to wound.
4's to wound.
2 wounds. 6 plus shirt save. It's 2 dead boys. And they are no longer running. Okay, so Gruck has something to say.
Gruck's going to call them.
These cowboys are going to shoot their sluggers and a shooter into the veteran command squad here. Hitting on 5s, blue dice for the shooter. Wounding on 3s. 1 wound. 5 up save. That's always going to be a fail. These boys here shooting their sluggers and a shooter into the las cannons heavy weapon team, hitting on 5s.
You can't hit the side of a barn with a handful of stones.
Wounding on 3s. All but 2. 5 up armor saves. 1 dead.
Yeah. Oh, that's pretty awesome.
These boys here are going to shoot their sluggers and a shooter into these guys here. 5s to hit. Again, the blue dice for the shooter. Wounding on 3s.
4.
5 up armor saves.
Still a bit of heavy weapon.
Pirates here. Again, sluggers and a shooter into this infantry platoon here. 5s to hit. 3s to wound. 5 up armor saves. It's a dead heavy weapon.
Makes that charge a little bit harder.
These boys here firing again sluggers and a shooter into the side armor 10 of this Chimera, hitting on 5s.
And the other ones.
6s to glance.
Still the hits
That's glance.
1 glance.
Down to 2. The red one shooting at the heavy weapons team, hitting on 5s. It's a hit. Wounding on 2s. That's a wound. Takes that wound. The Cowboys, big shooter, shoot over into the veterans.
Yeah.
Hitting on 5s, hitting on 2s. 5 up cover.
Yep.
This truck here is going to snapshot up into the heavy weapons team here. Hitting on 6. Wounding on 2s. The ship truck shooting his big shooter over into the infantry down here. Hitting on 5s. Big shooter here shooting over into the side armour of the Chimera. Hitting on 5s. 5s to glance, 6 to pen.
Snake eyes. They're within Yarrick's thing, so his training discipline is unit has to get down to 25 to 25%. What is that? Will they take a leadership test?
Yep. Heavy weapons here taking a leadership test.
That's 7.
That's a massive fail. 2d6 run distance.
I was hoping I'd get like far away so I could get a chance I might not make it.
You're going nowhere, boys.
2 inches.
So here, Cowboys are charging the veteran platoon here. They are overwatching.
6s. White's the sniper. All that 6.
Wounding on 5s. 6 up shirt save.
No.
It's a dead orc.
Black acting go.
So he needs an 8 because of difficult terrain.
Alright, with the here we go, I can re-roll the charge dice.
So let's re-roll the charge dice. Just a single. Let's see a 5+.
No.
These boys here, charging the las cannons heavy weapon team. Overwatch snapshotting.
6s.
Ooh.
I can see that 6 is like
4-inch charge range.
Oh,
Just. You're going to re-roll the 1. Can't get any worse.
Can't get any worse. Should re-roll 3 first.
That's an 8. These guys are in. The knobs here are charging into the Punisher. 5-inch charge.
I'll re-roll the 1.
Let's see a 4+. Ooh. These boys here are going to charge this infantry squad. Overwatch, we're rolling for Wall of Flame. Hitting 2 hits.
And these are 2 hits with the guards.
Hitting on 4s. Hitting on 6s, sorry. White are wounding on 4s. Red are wounding on 5s. 1 dead orc so far. 2 armor saves. 6s. That's another 2 dead orcs. 5-inch charge. Which one are you going to re-roll? Obviously the 1. It's a fail! Pirate boys are charging into this infantry squad. They're going to overwatch. 3 hits from the flamer. 3 hits.
These ones here hitting on 6s.
White wounding on 4. Red wounding on 5.
So 2 dead orcs.
AP5s. 2 dead orcs. They did a 6+ for the charge range.
6.
You're going to re-roll the 2.
Yeah, re-roll the 2. Let's get crits.
He's going to get a 1.
1.
And they have just enough distance to run around this fence. These boys charging into this Chimera. So Yarrick and the Priest are going to overwatch out of the 2 access points. Hitting on 6s. Nothing. Charge range is a 7.
Roll.
So you can get a
Here
10.
we go. Get 10.
That's an 11. There's going to be some Hammer of Wrath coming into the rear of this Chimera. This heavy weapons team were falling back, and the boys have charged them, so now it's a leadership test to see if they regroup, otherwise they are removed from play.
Leadership 7.
Hitting on 4s. Those cannons get 2 hits on the orcs. Wounding on 5s. No, we're just going to go ahead here and say farewell, las cannons. It's been nice knowing you. Boys throwing 44 attacks into the 2 las cannon guys. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 3s.
2s and 1s.
Experience. 5 up. Died by what, 3 wounds? Excess wounds. So, yeah, they're gone.
They only got cut up into 3 pieces each. That's alright. You can live with that.
You know, consolidate, Rob, or you're not going to worry? Hammer of Wrath on this tank here from these boys. So that's 1 glance and 3 pens. No open tops, no AP, so it's not going to explode. It is wrecked. Ben is issuing a challenge here. Start of his initiative, 3-inch pile in.
What's their initiative? No, these are initiative 3.
We have a challenge happening here. Okay, 9 attacks coming into the boys. Hitting on 4s. Wounding on 5s. 2 wounds. 6 up saves. 2 dead boys. The boys are hitting back. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 3s. It's a lot of wounds. 14 5-up saves.
6, 7. Yep, going in. And I think that goes through and kills the Commissar as well.
Gone. D6 consolidation. To there. Combat over here. We have 5 Hammer of Wrath. 6 is on the green, 5's on the red. That's 1 glance. It's down to 1. They've all piled in. We have 44 attacks.
They didn't move, so that automatically hit.
Glancing on 6s. We have a fallen 6 out here. 8 glances. He had 1 hull point. So the Commissar and his unit have emergency disembarked out here. Got themselves a bit of a scene to deal with here. Warp charge. 5.
6.
Primaris Psyker is casting Prescience on the heavy weapons team. Warp charge 2.
Yep.
Gets it. 2 6s to dispel. Dispelled.
Oh, damn it.
Primaris Psyker is going to attempt to activate Force. Warp charge 1.
Getting it.
Getting it. No perils, almost. Issuing some commands. The platoon commander is going to issue 1st rank, 2nd rank onto this unit here. Leadership test.
Needing an 8, but I can re-roll because of the box casters. Yep. Pass.
Battle cannon firing over here. 9 boys on a direct hit.
Let's hope to get a direct hit. This is still 4.
That's a scatter of 5 inches.
So I'll hit 1 boy.
1 boy.
1 lowly boy.
He's just gone, I'll get it! I'll get it!
Oh,
That's a dead boy.
Now 9 heavy bolter shots into them. 1 in the middle will 4 ballistic skill using the away from machine. Yep. So hitting on 4s. Nothing.
2 heavy bolters firing into these boys here. Snap firing, hitting on 6s. It's 1 hit, hitting on a 3.
Nothing.
Flamer targeting Gruck's mob.
I'm gonna get all 3.
Hitting Gruck, 2 other boys. Wounding on 4s. 4 plus save made. 19 lasgun shots coming from this squad here into Gruck's mob. Hitting on 4s. White hitting on a 3.
Yeah, no, but it does work, so I've got
Wounding on 4s.
6 wounds.
It's up to you, Rob. You've got some boys who are just as close as Gruck.
Yep.
So where are the wounds going to go? Starting with the knobs over here. So 4 up saves.
Fail. So it's 1 wound. 2 wounds, that removes 1.
That's 1 dead knob. Next knob.
Save.
It's made it. Takes a wound.
Takes a wound. And last roll. Made it.
It's fine. It's one dead knob and another knob down to 1 wound. Snipers and las guns shooting into Gruck's mob. Should stop calling that if it's not really Gruck's mob. So everything's hitting on 5s. It's 1 wound. Look out, sir, from Gruck. He's an independent character, so 2+. Gruck saving on a 4+.
Yep.
Yarrick firing his Storm Bolter into this squad here, hitting on 2s. Wounding on 4s. That's a wound. 4-up save. That's a wound. Autocannons shooting down at Gruck's unit, hitting on 4s. Wounding on 2s. AP4. That is 5 AP4 wounds. 1,
2,
3, and then a 4. This infantry unit here is firing into this boy squad. Is the bolter, red are the las guns, hitting on 3s. Wounding on 5s. 2 wounds. 6-up saves. There's 2 dead orcs. Engine Seer charging into Gruck's unit. Flamer is going to overwatch. D3 hits. Shooters overwatching, hitting on 6s. Rocket also overwatching on the white, hitting on a 6. That's a shooter hit, 3-up to wound. Flamer, 2+ to wound, 3-up save. Magcia needs an 8-inch charge. Oh!
It's alright.
Yarrick and his Bullgrins are charging into Gruck's unit. Need a anything, basically. 6. So the War Priest is using a war hymn. He's using the Righteousness of the Emperor, which allows him and his units to reroll failed to wounds in close combat. Leadership test to get the hymn.
Leadership 7.
This infantry squad's gonna charge into the Orc boys. We have the Orc boys overwatching. We're looking at 5 sluggers and a shooter, hitting on 6s. Wounding on 3s. Not today.
These guys need anything within an inch. Yeah.
All good. Everybody's in. Primaris Psyker is declaring a challenge. The knob is accepting. Primaris Psyker hitting the knob, hitting on 4s. Wounding on a 3. See you later. Infantry hitting the Orcs on 4s. White is company commander.
Wounding on 5s.
2 wounds. 6-up shirt saves. Need some better shirts. Orcs piling in. 9 attacks coming out from the Orcs. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 4s.
5 wounds.
These 3 guys on the left are taking the hits at 4-up.
Right.
Nice.
And then the last 2, 4-up again. Nice.
1 dead.
So you lost by 2. We'll do that after that.
Yarrick has announced a challenge. Rob has accepted with Gruck. Power Claw versus Power Claw. Bullgrin's Hammer of Wrath at strength 5. That's 3 of them. Wounding on 3s. 3 wound, 4-up saves. Oh, it's 3 wounds.
That kills 1. That kills 2.
It's up to Rob. 1, 2, 3. That's 2 models gone. Initiative 3, we've got the Priest. Yep. So just squeeze you in, pile in. 4 attacks, hitting on 4s. Wounding on 5s.
Nothing.
Okay, this knob is hitting back. Still at initiative 3 with his 3 hits. Hitting on 3s. 2 hits. Wounding on 3s. 2 wounds. 2 4-up saves.
So 2 wounds.
This Bullgrin's down to 1 wound now. Bullgrin's piling in. 13 attacks from the Bullgrins, hitting on 4s. Wounding on 2, AP4. Knob is dead. Excess wounds are overflowing onto Gruck. He has a 4+, feel no pain. Alrighty, he's taking 2 wounds. Gruk is now down to 1. Now we have Yarrick and Gruk fighting it out. Power Claw to Power Claw, initiative 1. Yarrick hitting Gruk on 4s. Wounding on 3s.
2 wounds. 2 wounds.
4 up, feel no pains.
No, he'll die.
Gruk is dead, however,
Gets returned.
he does get to strike at the same time. So we've got 4 attacks hitting on 4s. Ooh, he's going to use his attack squig to re-roll a failed to hit. There it is. Wounding on 2s. 3 wounds.
3 wounds.
Now these are strength 10, however Yarrick is Eternal Warrior and is about to use his 4-up involved. 3 4-ups. There goes 2 wounds. Yarrick down to 1, Gruk is dead. Okay, now the Orcs have lost by 2 wounds. So leadership is at
5.
leadership 5.
Gruk was there, so you get to re-roll that.
Thanks to Gruk being nearby, they can re-roll that. That's a fail. Rolling on the mob rule chart. 6. Taking D6 wounds. Okay, they've just failed their shirt saves. That is 2 dead Orcs. Initiative test to see if we sweeping advance that Orc. So initiative test, let's see what he's get. It looks like the Orc has been caught and he is no more. D6 consolidation, 4 inches to here. Okay, what a game. So basically, we've had Ben concede. Now, we've got to the end of turn 2. Ben's sitting on 3 victory points. Rob's sitting on 1. However, Rob's drawn his cards for the start of turn 3 and basically got a guaranteed 3 victory points straight off the bat. Now, it's still at the end of turn 2. Keeping in mind the game runs until turn 5. So Ben's turned around and thought, hang on, there's basically no way I'm going to survive for turn 5 without being tabled. Rob with his 3 instant victory points puts him in the lead. It's pretty much game over. So we have an Astra Militarum defeat, Orcs taking the victory. What do you think, Ben? First time you've encountered the speed freak list?
I was pretty hard, I must admit. I wasn't surprised. I wasn't ready for how fast they come to the table. Turn 1, they were pretty much in my face, and wasn't ready for that.
What do you think you could have probably done differently?
Well, I think I could have deployed my forces back a bit more. I think next time I'll just need to bring a bit more of a gun line and just position everything a lot better. I think that's probably my key thing, is just positioning, and different units might change the outcome next time.
And probably hoping for turn 1.
Yes. Yeah, indeed. Turn 1.
Rob, there's a lot of slaughter going on there.
Yeah, well, that's what Orcs do best. I guess people don't realise how good the truck lists are. They're just in your face way too quick. So that's 70 plus boys on the table. They're all bad.
Each boy squad, keeping in mind, throwing out 44 attacks on the charge.
44 on the charge, and then you've got your power claws. If they ever get needed, you've got your 4 power claws.
Did you actually use any of your knob's power claws at all?
Nope, none of them got a chance to.
Didn't need them.
Didn't need them.
It was pretty safe to say that end of turn 3, maybe turn 4, there would most likely been a tabling, I'd say. So, fair move.
Yeah, there's still 4 units of Orcs at full strength, so.
Thanks for watching, guys. We hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. We've got heaps of awesome content coming your way. There may or may not be a rematch. Maybe someone might be out for some vengeance. I guess time will tell. We'll see you next time.